Hello and welcome to this session on using the career service here at Maynooth University as part of your orientation for September 2021. The career service here in Maynooth University is fully open online, so you can engage with us to ask questions, to arrange meetings, to meet with us online where we're available to help. We work with students from the beginning of first year right up to recent graduates around any career related question. Students and indeed graduates, even after they've left us, can engage with us using our Careers Connect portal, and I will explain to you later on how you can use this, and you can sign into this and use this once you are registered on the Maynooth University system once you've registered. Students use the career service really in terms of planning your next step. So wherever you're at, and you guys are at the very beginning of the process, it's just a case of seeing, okay, well, what do I need to know? Where do I need to start moving so I'm going forward? So with first years, oftentimes it's around subject choice. You might have questions around how do you get into a particular career, or you might not have any careers in mind and you might like to have generate a few career ideas so that you have something to just start thinking about. You might, some careers, some jobs require you to have a relevant experience when you apply for them. So you might want to start figuring out how you get some of that experience now so that you use your time wisely over the next number of years to just, get a bit of experience here and there, so it's not very pressurized at any point trying to get a lot of experience together. Maybe you know the career that you want to go into already and you just want to find out what are the employers looking for in that area, what are the type of skills that they look for. Maybe the career that you're interested in requires further study, so potentially it's something like social work, maybe it's something like teaching, where there is another course that you would have to do afterwards. Is there anything you could do now to make sure that you are well positioned for applying for that course later on? Usually there is. So what might that be? So quite often the first question we're asked is around subject choice. It's a very common question in first year as you're weighing up the options in terms of choosing your subjects within your degree framework. The Programme Advisory Office provide excellent advice around what you're allowed to do within your degree, what are the options that you can choose, what are the options that are open to you. The various academic departments as well will be able to tell you a lot about what's involved in each degree. What the modules are, which modules are included in each of the years, what you'll be studying, and it's a good idea to research that as much as possible. Then as you progress to second year, maybe you're narrowing down your options and you might like to try and have a bit of help in figuring out which subjects you'll carry on with, which ones you'll leave behind. Are there any career implications to that? It could be further on in your course, it could be in third year and you're wondering maybe single honours, double honours before you move into fourth year. You could be looking for specific careers information around subject choice. Are specific subject required for particular careers? Secondary school teaching is an example where, yes, you obviously do have to have specified content in teaching subjects to meet the criteria to teach those subjects. There's always questions around primary school teaching and the Irish requirement to get in terms of the Leaving Cert grades, any equivalents to that. Do you have to take Irish as a first year subject to get into primary school teaching? No, you don't have to do that. So there are quite a lot of kind of subject related questions that come our way in first year, and you might like to either send us a question or arrange an appointment to talk to us about that. The key pieces of advice that we give to everybody would be, most important thing that you can do is research what's involved in the subjects. Where it can commonly go slightly off track for people is that they take a subject because they think they know what it's going to be like, or they have a sense of what it's going to be like, and then maybe the practicalities of studying the subject, it isn't what you expect it to be. And that's why I say the departments provide a lot of information in terms of what are the modules you'll be studying, what's involved in those modules. Really read those so that you have a clear sense of what you're getting into when you choose a particular subject. Key message would be, follow your interests. Generally, if you are studying something that you're interested in, you're going to be more motivated to study it, you're going to more likely do well, and generally that works better for everybody. So I would always suggest, choose subjects around your areas of interest. So you're at the very beginning of the process now. You might have no clear idea of where you'd like to go, so you might like to come and talk to us about just maybe getting a few ideas. You might have some idea, you might have a few options that you're weighing up, or you could have a clear idea of what you want to do. Wherever you're at in this cycle of options, we have the resources and the support available to help you just find out what's the next step that you can do to just move forward a little bit. You don't need to get to the end of the road, but just to have an idea of where you would go next, just to move forward. Some of the resources available would be careers interest tests. We have a few of these that are available on our website that people find quite useful just in terms of getting ideas. Equally, our graduate stories. People quite often ask, people who studied my subject before, where have they gone? And these are useful to an extent because they do give you some ideas of where people have gone. Those are available on the careers websites and on the department websites. It's nice to have a sense of, the people who've studied your subject before you, what jobs have they gone into, what industries are they working in. Doesn't mean that you have to follow their direction because they followed their interest. You will obviously follow your interest, but it is good to just get some ideas of where people have gone previously. We also have a lot of information available on our website, on our partner Grad Ireland, on Careers Connect, where you can find out a lot about various different careers as you start to look at researching, finding out more about different careers. You might want to start thinking about looking for relevant experience. Your course may have a placement built in as part of the course. If you do, then the placement office will support you in arranging your placement. MU Future Ready, which is run by the Experiential Learning Office, runs a lot of very, very useful programs around work-based learning in terms of research-based internships, micro-internships, summer internships, a lot of work-based learning opportunities that you might like to avail of to help you develop work-based skills during your time here at Maynooth University. Equally, doing some volunteer work is very beneficial. There might be particular careers that where having relevant experience is very beneficial, and getting volunteer experience is the easiest or the best way to get experience in those fields. So we would be able to put you in touch with the various supports and services, resources that you need to try and identify what's the best type of experience for you and how would you go about finding that experience. And just to give you an idea of the type of information that is available to you, it's quite far down the road at the moment, so I'm just flagging that it's there. Information on jobs and postgrad study, various different websites and sources of information we can link you to. It is important to bear in mind for some courses of study, so teaching would be an example, social work would be another example. If you're choosing the postgrad route into that, so maybe you're doing an arts degree now or a particular degree now with a view to training in, say, social work or teaching or another related field later on. Some of those postgrad courses require you to have relevant experience. Some of them look at your second year grades. Post-primary teaching is an example of this, when they are choosing who gets a place on the course after your degree. So there are useful pieces of information that it's good for you to know early on before final year so that you're well equipped. I mean, if you know going into second year that your second year results are what's important in terms of getting a place to train as a secondary school teacher, that really does help focus the mind for second year. So it's useful to know that ahead of time. This slide shows you the work that we do with employers. This is pre-COVID, where we had employers coming on campus to meet with students to recruit our final years. All of this happens virtually now. It's all online, so we still will have employers engaging with us and looking to recruit Maynooth University students. Just to reassure you, all of that has been going very well despite the challenges that COVID brought. We had over 200 employers advertise with us last year. Many of those employers were very large employers who were advertising multiple roles. So it's good to know that the graduate recruitment market survived very well when we were going through the challenges of COVID. This will give you a snapshot of some of the employers who contacted us last year to recruit Maynooth University students. And just to have in your mind, it's very early, I appreciate, but just to have in your mind that if you are looking at getting into a job straight after your degree, for certain jobs in certain areas, particularly some of the large firms in, say, law, accounting, pharmaceuticals, business, IT, graduate recruitment starts at the beginning of final year. So as soon as our final years are back on campus now, employers are going to be contacting us, advertising their jobs on Careers Connect, and final years are going to be applying for the jobs. They'll get called for interview, and they may even know by Christmas if they've got a job for after their final year. So I know that's a long way down the road for you guys in orientation, but it is good to just be aware that certainly by the time that you're in second year, it is important to be looking at this if this is an area that you're interested in. So it's no harm to just maybe even arrange an appointment with one of the careers advisors and just say, look, can you tell me a little bit about this? How does this work? Just so you know for the future, how's the best way that you can be prepared. And if you do want to arrange an appointment with us, you can do all of that through the Careers Connect system. Careers Connect is part of MU Future Connect, the careers and employability portal shared by the Career Service and the Experiential Learning Office. This is what it will look like. There is the URL where you can actually go to log into it, mu.ie/careers-connect. You can also get to it directly from our website. You will click the student sign in button. You can use Connect for all of the ways that you would engage with us. So you can use it to send us a question, to have a look for the types of jobs that are there, if you want to just have a look at what's there, to book a careers guidance meeting with one of the careers advisors, to see any career events that are coming up. We might have talks on getting into particular career areas, or employers talking about what it's like to work in their area or what they want from students when they apply. You can also sign up to get email alerts on jobs that are advertised or career events that are coming up. So that can be worth doing just so you know what's going on. This is what it looks like when you log in. You log in with your student number and your password, your usual Maynooth University password that you use to log in to the computer system or to any of the systems on campus in Maynooth. Here at the top, you can click queries to send your questions to the careers advisors. You can click book appointments to arrange an appointment with any one of the careers advisors. If you want to have a look at the types of jobs that are advertised, just click jobs. If you want to see the types of opportunities that are available to undergraduate students, so maybe research internships, micro internships, any internships that you would do during your degree rather than the graduate jobs that you do after your degree. You can also link to that from the jobs page of Careers Connect by clicking the drop-down menu here at the top and switching from the Career Service across to the Experiential Learning Office, and MU Future Ready will advertise all of those work-based learning opportunities that you can avail of while you're a student. And in the resources section here, this is very useful. It would be useful to visit this just to see what's here. You can see careers interest tests I mentioned, careers resources, information sheets on getting into particular careers, the entry requirements to get into, say, maybe teacher education courses, social work courses, counselling, graduate entry medicine. Also Career Set, a tool for reviewing your CV, maybe later on when you're applying for jobs. The resources section I clicked on there a minute ago also links you back to the careers website. We have got sample CVs here, slides from any of the presentations that we give, the information sheets that I spoke about, or links to find out about particular careers. So I really would say have a wander through that section because there is quite a lot of useful information for you there. So as I said, we're open online. There's loads of useful information also on our website. This is the Career Service website. You can access it at maynoothuniversity.ie/careers from the quick links tab in Moodle. You can also access it from there. If you want to go to Careers Connect, then when you get to our website, just click on the Careers Connect tab there and click the login button to log into Careers Connect. You then log in with your Maynooth University student number and your usual password. Also on the website, the graduate stories I mentioned, where you can see where past graduates from different courses have gone. Again, you can access the careers interest tests from here or have a look at some of the videos that might be of interest to you. So if you have any questions, the Career Service team, we're all here available to help you. You can contact us through Careers Connect. So I would suggest that if you do have any questions, likely starting around subject choice, but around careers information or anything in terms of just where you're at now and how you want to make a plan that you're aligned with where you want to end up by the end of your degree, please do get in touch with us and we'll help you in any way that we can to make sure that you're on the right track and moving forward, taking your next step. Thank you.